Hey folks, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some ideation techniques that I use involving repetition to help me generate ideas that I normally wouldn't come up with if I was just to sit and stare at a blank canvas. So what you're seeing in this example here is a shape that I created, and I used transform tools to create a succession of that shape where the shape is getting progressively smaller and also rotating. And then I just manipulated that shape in different ways, either through rotation or scale, to come up with these interesting and unusual characters that I've never drawn before. So you can use this not only for characters, you can use it for objects, you can use it for practically anything. And if you're kind of leaning towards something that is looking for more of a science fiction or an exotic look, you can certainly use this technique. So let's see how this technique actually works. So you want to start out with a shape that is asymmetrical. So a shape that you probably don't want to start out with is just something that is symmetric, right? Symmetric means that you've got the top and the bottom sides are exactly the same. So you don't want that. What you want instead is some kind of a shape, and I'll just kind of make one up here. I'm going to make this as strange as possible. And I'll add circles, I'll add rectangles, I'll add some bumps and protrusions. I'm not really trying to think about what this actually represents. I'm just coming up with a random shape. Okay, so that looks like a pretty decent start. Let's see how we can make this shape work for us. And I recommend not spending too much time really thinking about this particular part of the phase. Just come up with an asymmetrical shape. I can't fold the left over the right or the top over the bottom. It's not going to be symmetric. So next what I'll do is I'll hit Command J, Command T, and I'm going to just take the pivot point and just move it towards the left. I'll rotate, I'll scale, maybe something like that. I'll hit Return, and I'll hit Shift Option Command T. And what I've got here is basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 repeating shapes. Let's merge those shapes together by hitting Command E. And we can probably play some games in terms of like what this might look like. It could look like some kind of an elongated face or a head, like an alligator. And this could be his hair, or he has like maybe a mohawk. Um, let's see, if I were to take that same shape, make a copy of it, and just maybe flip it up on end, um, it looks like some kind of a elaborate machine, right? So I can take this and look at it from different angles to come up with different ideas. What I'm going to do for the second variant, though, is I'm going to leave it up like this. I'm going to make a copy of it by hitting Command J, and I'm going to flip it. Now this looks kind of like an elaborate headgear. It just looks kind of unusual. It can look like a lot of different things. But what I'm going to do is just work on these two variations here with you so you can see how I'm using these shapes to get ideas. So let's start off with this shape here on the left. I'm going to drop the opacity. I'll make a new layer. And I'm just going to run with the idea that this could be a head. And I don't have to use every single line. The idea is these lines help me figure out what this is going to look like, but I don't have to um, completely follow every single line. So I've got something that resembles his head. Maybe there's a snout. Maybe I'll just draw a couple of teeth. And then for his hair, maybe what I'll opt to do is simplify that shape by making it a little bit more organic. Again, you don't have to follow every single outline. I think that's where it can make your drawing look a little bit more stiff. So I've got this really interesting shape. Maybe I'll throw in some beady eyes. And let's see what we've got. I'll just move this off to the top. Okay, we've got some potential here. Maybe I'll just connect those elements up. And now I can begin to add some detail. I'll give a little bit of form to these spikes. Maybe there's a little bit of maybe his skull actually has the ability, maybe it's kind of grafted with his brain. So we have these really interesting, almost like brain folds, right? Again, I'm not looking for the right answer. I'm just playing. I'm just having an experiment here and seeing what this looks like. So this character, kind of interesting, kind of unusual. I've never drawn him before. So let's move that off to the side. Let's hide that first option here, and let's look at the second option here. So again, I'm going to drop the opacity on this layer, and I can play a bunch of what if games. I kind of think that this looks like a headgear, right? So I will use some of those lines to kind of establish that form. And I can be picky and I can choose the lines that I want. I always think this is like super fun. This is just like if you're playing with Legos, looking at the different bricks that you have and making something fantastic. Right. So this is kind of like the headgear. Maybe the head is actually in this particular area here. Let's bring in some of that definition to kind of make it look a little bit more intricate. And then in terms of his armor, I'm going to make that spiky. Again, no right or wrong answers. We're just having fun with it. I don't have to use every single piece either. So I've got this piece right here. I'm going to have this spike. Maybe it's, part of his armor that, we're looking at here. And maybe I like this part. So use that somehow. Maybe we'll bring in a circle. Now, you might be looking at this and seeing something completely different. And that's really the whole exercise. It's just about what do you see? So it kind of looks like a bug, right? These eyes kind of look like a bug's eyes. We could maybe roll with that. We could say maybe this is the bug's head. Maybe we'll give him a very protruding chin. We'll give him some nostrils. So this is like a bug warrior. Right. Again, not really super concerned with making this look perfect. This is just helping me generate some ideas. Maybe, his body is kind of down below. We can sort of ascertain something about this character's personality. Maybe I'm going to make these like really sharp appendages that look almost like teeth, right? And I can help define some of these interior forms. And then this is where you can really have some fun with it. You can play with your shading, right? So I've got something like this, just with a few simple line strokes. You can end up with something that looks, oh, I got a gap there somewhere. There we go. Very weird and interesting and unusual. I'll just give him snaggle teeth to kind of give him a little bit more of that asymmetrical look. So there you go. Now we've got this really interesting character that we can develop further if we want to, or we can just use it as a starting point. So the idea here is when you're staring at a blank canvas, how can you come up with something that you've never drawn before? And these are some techniques that can help you out. If you found some value in this video, please give it a thumbs up so more folks can find it. If you're on social media like Instagram, tag me if you practice this exercise and want to show me what you've created. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.